Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and welcome to episode 15 of Resurgence with Atalanta. The start of the 23-24 season is upon us. But the main question is, did I stay or did I go? Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. Also, don't forget my member of the FM Creators community and the Passion for FM team. The link to the Discord servers is in the description. Let's find out what happens, shall we? And you will see from this screen that Atalanta have a new manager. Andrea Stamasini has taken over from me because I have moved on. We play Torino in 25 days' time in a friendly. But what club have I gone to? The club I have gone to is AC Milan. I mentioned it at the end of the last episode that their manager had been sacked. I have replaced him. I rejected Napoli as well. They were interested. But I thought the title of the series is Resurgence. Milan have fallen on very hard times in the last few years. So it's time to build them up again. And I didn't realise how hard it had gotten for Milan, to be honest. They haven't won Serie A since 2011, which is a phenomenal distance. It's like 12 years now since they've won the title. It may well be 13, I'll grant you. Obviously, it's going to be a challenge. There is no European football, so I've given up the Europa League to come to Milan, but that was no hardship. Obviously, we wanted Champions League anyway, so that is the ambition to begin with, to get AC Milan back in the Champions League. That happened last season, so they only missed out on it for 1 year, but they finished 9th last year in Serie A, so there's definite room for improvement. And with a transfer budget of £68 million, I'm hoping that's going to be enough. There is a lot of surgery required to this Milan lineup. We'll take a look closer at who we've got in a second. Wage budget of £2.7 million. We're quite close to spending that already. So there may be players that have to go out before we can bring a few in. I will certainly take a look at Atalanta and see if I can pinch a couple from them. But let's take a look at the squad that we have for now. And to be fair, Milan's squad is rather large, but don't let that deceive you. There are a lot of youth team players within this setup, but players that stand out. Romagoli. I have had Romagoli on a few FM saves throughout the years. Theo Hernandez is a great left back. Frank Kessie was the man who scored the goal in the TAM Cup that knocked Atalanta out of it, so it'd be better to be on his side, I suppose, won't it? Benature, Remu Fuller, who was with me at Atalanta but only a short period of time. Suso is a great player. Diego Lenz I had at Real Betis last season on FM19. Rafael Lino and Michu Batshuayi. So there's a lot of talented players within this squad. Let's take a closer look at a couple of them. And we start with Rafael Leon. He is a striker, an advanced forward. Plenty of pace, plenty of acceleration, plenty of agility and balance. Was out on loan last season at Calgary. He will not be going out on loan this season because he has all the attributes I need from a striker. So I'm looking forward to working with him. Another talented player, but on the later stages of his career now, is Suso. He has been at AC Milan a couple of times. He was here in 2016 and won the Supercoppa TIM, but he's obviously been at Liverpool. He's been around the block a couple of times. But a good inverted winger. Like the look of him. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. And then taking a closer look at Benature as well. Another midfield player. Deep lying playmaker, but can play central midfield, thankfully. Don't like playing the deep lying playmaker in that position. Finishing could be better of only 8, but he's not here to score goals. He's here to create goals for other people. And he can certainly do that. And finally, for the players, we're taking a look at Lucas Pasquetta. Brazilian international. First touch of 16, determination, flair, agility, got a bit of pace about him as well, but playing that attacking midfield role, I like the look of this guy, and hopefully he'll do very well for us. So all in all, there isn't an awful lot to do, frankly. A bit of improvement is needed in certain areas, at right back in particular, only a 2.5 star. Might need an extra left back, because there's not a lot of cover at left back, but we're all right at centre half. We might look to improve that though. Moving on to midfield, again, quite a lot of talent in midfield. But centrally in particular, out wide it could be better. See, that's set to 4-4-2. That won't be what we're playing. Obviously, 4-2-3-1 is what we play, and that's what we'll stick with. Incidentally, Marco van Basten is the assistant manager at AC Milan, so I've landed on my feet with an assistant manager. You can't get better than Van Basten, can you? Moving on to up front, we might need a striker. Mixu Batshuayi and Leon. Niang is obviously a very good footballer, but again, in the striking department, we're lacking there. Obviously, that's probably what Milan lacked most last season, was a goal scorer. There was a few games last season that I saw that they'd lost it by the odd goal, so it's small margins, but it's things that we need to improve. There are a few issues as well. Outstanding. Sakezi wants to move to a bigger club. Coney wants to go to a new challenge. Caldradi wants more playing time. Romagoli wants to leave because we haven't qualified for Europe. And Benatia wants to go to a bigger club. Now, if they start kicking up much of a fuss, then we may have to give in to what they want. But only for big money, and I mean big money, particularly the top and the bottom one. Romagoli, I like him as a footballer. I don't want to lose him really, because finding very good centre-halves is difficult to do, particularly when you are this far into the game. Anyone that was good now is probably very old and close to retirement. So that's going to be a key thing to try and keep hold and placate the players that we've already got. And out of the favourites for the title, we are the only ones not partaking in Europe, and that could be the key. Obviously, we've got no distraction whatsoever, so we can concentrate solely on league football. But Juventus are the favourites, obviously, at 3-1. Inter, last season's winners, at 7-2. Napoli at 4-1. Lazio at 5s. Atalanta at 7s. And a massive gap to Roma, Fiorentina, Sampdoria, Udinese. Bologna at 40-1. Obviously, Europe will probably hamper any chance they have of making it back into Europe this season, or they could be wrong. Hellas Verona, Frosinone and Benevento are the three sides that have come up from Serie B. So we've got pre-season to get through, and we've got players to bring in. The first time you will see a live com episode. What a game that's going to be. Atalanta. Couldn't have written it any better than that. So our first game of the new season, the first live com you will see, will be in the next episode, will be AC Milan versus Atalanta. And that is going to be an absolute humdinger. Obviously, they're going to try and improve over the summer. I potentially am going to nick some of their players. I'm going to certainly try to go back and pinch a few if I can. There are a couple of players. Duan in particular was a player that I really admired. Vlahovic will probably be a little bit too out of our price range. So yeah, it is going to be a battle of new versus old next time around. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and would like to do so, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. Don't forget, if you've got any comments to make on today's video, please leave them below. Also, don't forget, my member of the FM Creators community and the Passion for FM team. The link to the Discord servers is in the description. So, we have moved to AC Milan. It was something that I had eyed up at the end of last season. I'm delighted that it's happened. Looking forward to resurging Milan. Until next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye.